Hello, and welcome back to the That's Hot podcast. Today is exciting because today we're in the same place.
Oh my god, wait.
My couch.
Yeah, today we're together, how fun. Back in the old times.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just go in a closet or something so we can reminisce about the library.
I've already been in the closet before and didn't care for it.
I'm not going back. I got to meet the cats that try to interrupt the podcast when we record remotely.
Constantly. And she got introduced to all of Dallas culture.
Yes.
The big hair, the barbecue.
They're like rich housewife ladies. Well, they may have jobs.
Yeah.
But, you know.
They're not necessary.
Yeah, they're doing it for fun. It's how we work.
So today we were out and about eating barbecue, and we thought we would talk about the casualization of, attire.
Yes.
Within our culture.
So I looked up an article, and it's saying, when did people start wearing suits? And essentially they are equating it to in the 60s with the hippie movement, free love, all that these people women specifically started wearing jeans and t-shirts, and that was acceptable because before women, I guess, had to wear skirts, dresses, and then it became acceptable for men to have long hair, so no more assimilated crew cut things. Because if any of you, this is very Googleable too, if you're bored and you like, fact checking, Google it. Look at pictures from the 50s and see how similar everybody looked across races too, like black, white, Latino culture in America. Everybody pretty much had the same look, same party dresses, same clothing style.
Like suits and everything.
Yeah, suits, the Dior New Look style dresses, the whole thing. And
which is funny because then now, for a time before, Instagram and everybody wanted to be dressing the same, the Kardashian, beige look and everything. Globalism, it made everybody so much more homogenous. But really it's been we were all the same. Of course, they cannot afford the couture. So it's just ready to wear, what's mass produced. And so now it's fast fashion. But at least I feel back in the day, everybody had their own personal style.
yes.
So if they had the same clothes, it was styled differently.
Or just individuality seemed like it was more of a point for a certain time. Because the 60s, it's more so... they had so many different fashion movements going at one time. You got the mod people, you got the free love hippie people, you have Black Power movement. They're dressing like bikers essentially with their leather looks and their jackets and stuff. And then it's the whole customization of clothes too. You're gonna knit, you're gonna make cool things. So maybe with mass production, a lot of that slowed down because anything handmade or unique was obscenely expensive.
Oh yeah.
So they're saying by the 90s, Western clothing standards were so casual that even the suit became casual looking, and that brings in that whole weekend looking suit that just looks like chinos with a jacket or Dickies with a jacket.
Yes.
It's not really a suit and tie thing. And that will still qualify as being dressed up now. If a guy came in a suit jacket, slacks, no tie, right now he's dressed up.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other day I was thinking about it because she's in Dallas for a reason. We went to my work party and it's not a big to do, but people do get dressed up. The women put so much more effort in makeup, dress, attire, heels. And the men, they, put on a nicer shirt, but then they'll still show up in their dark denim and then tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, it's kind of my pet peeve, but it happens so much now. It's I almost feel like a grandma for talking about it. Even the proliferation of people wearing tennis shoes at their wedding.
Oh.
A guy is going to wear his nice suit. This is supposed to be one of the most important days of your life. And you got on Jordans. You have on Air Forces. Please, sir. But casual.
Especially the woman's bother to put so much effort into everything. Planning her dress.
Yeah. I remember in college, Asha, she was just one of my closest friends. She was my college roommate. And we're going out on a date. And
Not together.
No. My boyfriend and I. And I have put effort into my look, obviously. Yeah. And when he came to get me, it was he had on a Nike sweatsuit. And I was just you're going to wear that? Look at how she looks and look at you. And he didn't care at all. Okay, that's what she wanted to wear. This is what I'm going to.
Oh my gosh.
And you see that so much. Famously, people make fun of Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber for that.
Oh, yeah.
They're always they're going to separate places.
Yes. And what are your thoughts on that?
I feel I've lived with men for a long time. Men are men. They're going to do what they want. And unless you're going to be the police girlfriend, helicopter wife or something that's going to buy their clothes and tell them what to wear and put them out before you leave, he's going to
As long as you accept it for like what it
Yeah,
is.
that's stupid sometimes. I don't have secondhand embarrassment from men. I broke that bone in my body. So whatever's going on with you.
But then it kind of reflects on like you.
But I mean, like, as far as, okay, a guy, how he's dressing, like the whole Justin Bieber thing, he looks like he's going to the movie theater.
Well,
or
even
the liquor
worse than
store.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Truck stop.
slides and the baggiest sweats.
And
she's like well put together.
Yes.
And she's like selling a product. And she's like obviously like the face of her brand. Mm-hmm. And he just like doesn't care.
No, he's like, she's a fashion girl, clearly. And yeah, he's dressing like he's hanging at the house. But yeah, I don't. That's what he wants. That's how you're dressing. That's what you want to do.
I know.
It's more of a reflection of like how you feel about yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your upbringing and your care about where we're going, or your
Yes, but then that also then implies that he doesn't care about where they're going and her efforts and her business and her brand.
You could take it that way if you make it personal, but it's just, that's your thing. You do that.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, we're going to sell makeup or whatever because you Road Beauty. They're not coming to see me. It's you, so you go out there in the front. And okay, if you want to take devil's advocate, it could also be I'm playing the back for you because I am Justin Bieber, and if I show up, I can shut it down anytime way more than you ever could.
For sure. That's the only reason she's relevant.
So, I'm wearing my dirty clothes.
Yeah.
And you go ahead and be the star.
That's true.
Yeah, why not?
Just think positive about it. Keep your head up, Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, you got this, girl. And also, I prefer to be the hot one in the relationship, too.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I never want to be out at the mall, and they're like, ugh, why is he with her?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then...
It should be opposite.
Yeah. That's probably why I'm single.
Do you care about that? Like, how your partner represents? Like,
well, I definitely don't want to, like, be the Hailey Bieber and show up with, like, a homeless-looking person. Mm. You have to have some kind of, like, sense of style or also care for, like, respect for how you are being perceived.
Okay, one thing I will agree with is, like, if we're going somewhere that is for or about me, like, let's say, we're going to my family member's wedding or a nice birthday party that my friend is having, and I know that the other people will be dressed up, that's when I will just be like, okay, wear this and let's go.
Okay, so that's good.
I'm not going to leave it to you.
No.
To, like, because then it's not, I could care less what you wear, but we'll go out and you may feel personally away, and then, like, I don't know. I don't want you to feel like awkward or ugly here. So, you know. But if we're going to dinner, we're going out, whatever. You're going to be a bum, You're going to pay, right? Cool. Wear what you want.
Oh, yeah. So this came about because we were also out at barbecue. And, you know, it's Sunday. So everybody's dressed. Well, I guess Sunday you would want to be dressed up for, like, church.
I was
but,
gonna say, if you went to church.
If you went to church. But everybody was so casual. You know, it's just, like, athleisure.
Yes.
Like crazy.
Yes. That's one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, like, we got on this topic because it was, like, a stark contrast to a guy that came in and he was so well put together and, like, perfectly coiffed hair and everything. So he just made everybody else look like you don't care at all. But the athleisure thing is something I really, really despise, and that's uniquely American. Because when you go other places and you travel and it's like you see people out wearing their leggings or wearing a sweatsuit, it's like, oh, they're American. Because the other places I've traveled, people don't dress like that in public. It's like you have on pajamas. Or you're going to the gym. That's one of my... It's not like a pet peeve, but it's just like cringe to me. Why are you at the mall in your leggings?
Yeah.
Why are you... Girl. And like I feel like a lot of these people wear it as an outfit.
Oh, yeah, because they don't work out. Or if they are, they're not going in the outfit.
And like expensive athleisure too. Yeah. That's not made for working out. You can't tell me that you're paying like $200-$300 for that and you can go sweat it up.
How would that count? I feel like Lululemon, at least you could work out in that, but why would you? People do buy it just for the brand recognition.
Yes, and they wear it out like an outfit. Like I'll see, because I live in the suburbs, I will see like soccer moms and stuff out doing their errands, Trader Joe's, at the mall, picking up things, Nordstrom, in like a Lululemon fit. I think that's acceptable. Oh,
did you see that thing on TikTok about how like the CEO chose the name Lululemon? Allegedly.
Why?
Because he thought it was funny and he wanted to include the most, like, I guess, syllables that made it funny for Asian people to say that name.
How racist.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Oh, well. Seems plausible.
Yeah.
Also, Lululemon is like a very whitewashed brand.
It is. But then, so like, you know, it's Christmas time and so people are like asking for gifts or whatever. I know one of my friends, she bought like 3 of those little bags to give as gifts. And she's not like white. She's Latina. But I guess it's permeated so much that everybody sees it as aspirational. Like, oh, I have to get this Lululemon bag. Why? Because it's $70 for this like sling bag you can buy at like Marshall's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Status symbol like Juicy Couture times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of ties into like, I like what you said earlier about like finding your niche and then kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like marketing and centering your brand, especially for new people, around people that have the highest level of disposable income. Because when you democratize something, like even the democratization of fashion, that's how we got fast fashion, and it's kind of ruining the planet a little bit.
A little bit, a lot of it.
Yeah, because people couldn't afford like the very beautiful couture stuff or just not mass produced. But the where I got this from, basically the guy was giving a speech and he was saying, when you make something, especially a brand, and especially when it has to do with fashion, it's different with food and other things like that, but specifically with fashion, you make a brand that's democratized and everybody can afford it, then nobody wants it.
Yep.
Because it's too accessible and there's no like cachet behind it. Think about all of the brands that sell like plastic. Mm-hmm. Like the Prada nylon is still a big thing, and it's why do you want that?
It's plastic.
Yeah. Louis Vuitton, not leather, like coated canvas. Mm-hmm. You're willing to pay a premium for it because of like the brand association.
Yes. And so like this kind of ties in because of like, say, I guess one of the brands that's having to do with rebranding is Gucci, because at one point, with Michelle, they were everywhere, but then everybody was copying them and took that whole like vintage, like aesthetic, like eccentric.
Yeah.
And then Coach immediately copied it. Mm-hmm. But then if you can get it for cheaper, why go there? And then, of course, they slowed their growth, Gucci. And then they oust him. But what is their like next aesthetic?
And he's been there for so long. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for me to figure out other definitive Gucci eras. Mm-hmm. The only thing that comes to mind is like the Tom Ford era and the Alessandros.
Yeah. Well, because, I feel like they kind of like made the fashion later because it was just like accessories, right?
Accessories, but they had more of an impact, I guess, on clothes and like creating a trend through their show. So Tom Ford was just overtly sexual, extremely sexy. Then other brands, like, opens the door for other brands to do that too and put a bunch of cutouts on dresses and metal accessories and all of these things. And then we went to his store today and he's like carrying through his same aesthetic that he had at Gucci for his own brand, Tom Ford.
Yes.
And then Alessandro with Gucci, he made it like grandma, but youthful, like wallpaper, cats. Like,
super eccentric, whimsical. Yeah.
Very much that. Like you said, other people immediately copied it. Lesser brands copied it quickly. So, it does water it down. But still, at a certain point, or how do you feel about this? Do you think that when it comes to casual clothes, like we're talking about, ready-to-wear type things, T-shirts, jeans, if you want to throw in like button-up shirts and other things that are simple, do you think that 9 out of 10 of those customers are buying it strictly for the brand recognition?
Definitely. Because that's what I feel about like a fear of God. Because that's Gap. Yes, there's nothing like valuable or like the weight of the like knit is not better. It's just Gap with a brand, like a different brand.
Okay, the whole you need to market to the highest people because if everybody can get it, nobody wants it. That came from Dapper Dan. And then the other thing is with Fear of God, or it's like a Virgil Abloh concept. If you can establish a brand and get this brand notoriety, then you can sell anything. You can sell a Gildan t-shirt with a screen print on it for $200 and people will want it because they want the story or whatever people associate with your brand. And then who else is? 50 Cent is like, America can be bought with marketing dollars.
Totally.
So it doesn't matter
Everything's marketing.
It doesn't matter what you want to sell. If you dedicate enough marketing dollars to it and like be omnipresent, you're going to be popular.
Yeah.
Because I remember the whole Gucci thing, like it was the Gucci cherries on a t-shirt. The t-shirt's $800. Just the green and red web with Gucci on it. It's like, it's just a white t-shirt. Like you're saying, it's not more expensive weight. It's not like silk.
No.
We went to a bunch of designer stores this weekend and at least I was shocked at so many of the like expensive pieces being polyester.
Oh, yeah.
What is behind this?
Well, I think it's just because obviously the prices stay the same or went up higher for like the luxury brands. But then they have to cut corners at some place because they're also having to like manufacture and people are requesting, of course, like ethical practices and having to pay more. But where does the cost cutting come from? It has to come from like the things like fabric, even like hang tags, because people don't realize like hang tags are expensive.
Yeah.
And just like the garment bags to like each product is sent to like to a store, just like all these random little things. But I imagine a huge cost is the bulk fabric.
But still, I do agree with all of that, the hidden costs in it. Because if any of you out there have tried to start a brand before, like that is the stuff that ate me alive with mine. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. Like, this is crazy. No. Like, yeah, I would do a streetwear brand or something. You see why everybody does that.
Yeah.
If I'm paying, like, okay, we were looking at $2,000 dresses, $3,000 dresses. It can't be the same fabric that they sell at Forever 21.
Yeah.
And yours just is designed better. At least for me. It doesn't make sense. And like, it's not as frequent to have dupes for clothes than it are for accessories.
Okay.
But I guess that's what made Zara so popular so quick, is because they kind of will copy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because if you have this $3,000 blazer and it's super cute or embellished or whatever, but I can get it at Zara.
Also, like Steve Madden.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the king of that. Okay, I was talking to someone young. You remember we went to New York and went to Framed Denim?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the girl in there, she was, like, we were talking about boots, because she hasn't really keep boots on. She's like, oh, they're vintage. And then I guess Steve Madden had, like, a similar one, so she sent it to me. And I was like, oh, these are cute. I wonder, like, who the original person was. And she's like, what? And I said, that's what he's known for. Like, he watches all the collections, and, like, the next month, Steve Madden has, like, versions out. She's like, oh, my God, I didn't know that. So the younger generation of people have no idea.
Oh, the historical context of
Steve Madden.
Wow. And
like many of the brands do that. I would say the same for like a Jessica Simpson and all the other. They're not having original designs.
No, because of course, but then we get to the whole thing about like nothing's original. But then we could do like new spins on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people, at least I feel that those kind of brands, like a brand that you will see it's not fast fashion, but they kind of almost like, how is Macy's and Nordstrom different than fast fashion other than price?
Nothing other than offering an assortment.
So it's the same.
Because everything's so cheap now and poorly manufactured.
Okay. So
the price is higher too.
So I don't really know how to justify that at all. Yeah, prices, all that. So yeah, the only thing that would make me want to buy or spend the money is like its longevity. Is it going to last though?
Yeah. And so like with our casualization, everybody, not just, I guess, casual clothes, but fashion, people are buying bulk items that have all these hauls. And whereas previously, you would buy like a staple item or something and it would last you years.
I think that's now, I totally agree with that. But I think to the point where it makes me sad that when I go like to try to thrift, it's like Forever 21 in a thrift store.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's
so crazy.
But I think it's because the trend cycle moves so fast that people, because, okay, we've talked about that all day while we've been shopping. I wouldn't pay $700 for this, like, embroidered crop top. It's so trendy. That doesn't make sense. Like, I'll get the cheaper one. And if you are a teen, or the people that shop the most are, like, I guess teens, early 20-something people, why would you spend more money if I could get a whole haul for this one item? And I hate to say that ethics are not of a concern to people in America, but they're kind of not. Like, we need the cheapest price.
Yes. Especially in this economy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Even we had that discussion on the podcast before on a previous episode about Blue Marine. Like, who is your customer?
Oh, yeah.
And then he got fired.
It was coming. We knew. We had the inside track.
We knew. Because you're making these clothes that are essentially like higher end Forever 21 clothes. Or that's your customer. That's who you're marketing to, that girl. She can't afford this. No. She's going to get the bootleg, the dupe of the butterfly top or try to DIY something. She can't pay the $1,000. And then people will complain about, okay, we went to Chanel today, like a brand like Chanel, so grandma. Because the grandmas have the money.
Yes. They've saved all their lives, and so now they just like blow it all on this clothes.
Or they have the business, or they've done something, they've figured something out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess to tie it back to casualization, how many like leggings do you need? Sweats, whatever, slides. I think the slides are the thing that I hate the most. Those like recovery slides.
Are you mean the Yeezy slides or just all of them? Like the
all
Nike ones that...
Yeah, all of them.
I do hate that people wear them in public like an outfit.
Yes. Like, just show me, like, oh, God, that's the visual, like, showing that you don't care about how you look.
But
you think it's cool.
I was gonna say, like, that we feel that way because we're like more fashion inclined, but they think that it's cool and it's almost like a status symbol. Like, oh, look, I got these Gucci slides.
Yeah.
I have these Yeezy slides. Like, those are house shoes or like coming out of the pool.
And then of course, like, with those, like, I don't want to see your feet out in public. Like, and then they're gonna wear them with socks, and then the outfit looks, because what do you to put with slides? Of course, it's just like jersey, like shorts, and just like a random oversized tee. Copy and paste. And that's every like average male.
Yeah. I try to like impart some type of fashion knowledge to my little brother that you are dressing like a like you guys will call it a basic bitch. You are dressing like a basic bitch.
Yes.
You got a graphic tee on every day of your life and like some sort of jeans or cargo pant or some bottom and like Jordans or Nikes.
Yes.
You look like every other guy anywhere we go.
Oh, especially because like those black and white, I don't know if they're Jordans or are the Air Force Ones. Everybody has them. What?
Oh, like Dunks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has one. Of course, a lot of people, because they're expensive. I didn't know that until recently. But apparently you can get a really good dupe off, or not a dupe, a copy of them on, what's it called?
DHgate?
Yes. I totally forgot about that. But yes.
Yeah,
apparently you can get good copies from them.
Yeah, DHgate is ruining our society. And also, I think like
we're not endorsing them.
No, we're not. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The barrier for that, like dupes and all of that, I feel like it used to be much higher.
Yeah.
But now, because things are so like unnecessarily expensive and overpriced, and then you find out because they publicize so much about the child labor and the practices and it's made out of plastic and all these things are made in China. People feel like, oh, well, if it's all made in China, like I can get these DHgate ones.
Yeah.
Why not?
But then they're not buying it for, oh, I love the design, of this. They're doing it to fit in, to assimilate into this like group.
Yeah, a trend.
Yeah.
And now, like, with the whole haul thing, and I think it ties into casualization as well, because it's like, how many do you have? Like, I have all the colors of the slides. I have all the colors of the dunks.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you're at that point, with all the dunks and all the slides, you're always, like, how you said, like a basic bitch with these Stanley cups.
I saw a video that like, I forgot the husband was just bringing out cup after cup after cup. He's like, she's collecting these just like infinity stones.
Yes, oh my gosh. And I saw a TikTok as well. It was really good. If you're on TikTok, it can, either be like a waste of time or entertainment, but also like enlightening if you find the right people. But they were relating to it. Like, what is a collection? What is consumerism? And just like a collection is like of nice things that are meaningful. Whereas they were showing like Stanley cups and it was just like a whole wall filled with Stanley cups. And like, you're not enjoying them. The whole purpose of a Stanley cup is to be like drunk out of. Yeah. And then they're just sitting on the shelf for you just to stare at. Like, that's not a collection. That's consumerism.
There's such a thin line between the two, like consumerism and a collection. It's hard for me because I love fashion. But at the same time, what amount is a collection in a private home? Because, like, be real, this ain't no museum. So do you really need, like, 30 Stanley Cups? Do you need 50 of those Funko statues of all the characters? Like, at what point does it become not even, like, consumer clutter and just over... Because you can do something else, like you go on a trip. You can have an experience. Why are you filling your house or your space with these things?
I agree. Just at that point, it's kind of like conspicuous consumption. Just like, look at all the things I own.
Do you feel that way? So, okay, we're a fashion podcast, obviously. Do you like a closet tour?
Yes, if it's an actual like, closet and not... Because all the closets that, a lot of them you do see like on YouTube, or if it's like a youth Vogue, it's kind of like movies. Now I feel like you realize... Sony paid for that, ad placement, or they're using the Chevy because Chevy paid to be in that video. So whether or not it's the actual person's actual style versus like, did Chanel just gift them this so they could show up in this video for Vogue? Okay,
of course with the celebrity market, but I mean like lower end, because I feel like that and...
As long as it's not full of like Zara. Yes.
I hate that everything ties back to the Kardashians, but they're the most like public facing their private life.
Yes.
You're showing these closets that are like styled like a boutique, and it's essentially like a store, and you have these glass shelves, and you have all your Chanel bags lined up, or all your Hermes bags lined up, and all of this stuff. Now the average girl wants to replicate that, so she will go, because these nice houses and like Vogue tours, Architectural Digest, these are built-ins.
Yeah.
But the average girl will go out, go to Target, buy a bunch of shells, go to IKEA, get the Lax system, put it up in her...
Collect. Yes.
Yeah, the Lax
I know what you're talking
system.
about.
Put it up in her room, and it's like an all-white shelf thing, and they'll put all of these things. So I feel that, the richer people, maybe they aren't even trying it because, maybe she did get gifted it, or maybe it was like some sort of PR thing. But the average girl now wants to go out and buy those things. And that's what we were talking about, the bags. Like, you have paper bags from stores that you probably don't have anything from, or you bought like the smallest item in the store, but you're keeping this bag pride of placement in your closet and like displayed.
Yeah, that's just giving like, I don't have a personality. it's consumerism, it's marketing. And kind of that's similar to how you said with the dunks and stuff. It's like, whereas you see a Kardashian has it in their built-ins, like you with this Calax, whatever, IKEA, that lifestyle is not meant for you. You're the average person.
Yeah,
and
like
it's fine to be average. We all are.
But that's like a weird thing now. They said with social media, I see people, like celebrities always tweeting that and saying that like it's okay to be normal.
Yeah.
It's fine to be average. But because of like, I guess, lifestyle content, it doesn't feel like that. Because I know girls that live in an apartment and it's like, well, I got a 2-bedroom, so I have a closet room.
Yeah.
And you have, like you said, like it's full of Zara or it's full of Shein. Just put this in your regular closet.
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, if you're a content creator or something like that, okay, it makes sense to have a glam room or...
Yes.
But otherwise, like...
Not every girl needs it.
Not every girl needs it. And what are you doing with 40 purses?
Also, I feel like that ties into like debt is just like built in. So it's like accepted that, to have any kind of lifestyle, to like own a home, you have to go into debt, you get a car. Like, why do you need these bags? You don't need these bags. But you just want to keep up this facade that, just keeping up with the Kardashians.
Oh, man. And then they said, like, I guess it's an old adage that poor people spend all their money trying to look rich, and rich people like spend their money trying to cosplay a simple life. Like we talked about that girl on the farm, has all those kids and is like baking bread, but she's really like the heir to this multi-million-dollar fortune, and so it's easy for you. Also, like being in the suburbs and then having the juxtaposition of like growing up in LA in a bad area. It's like suburban kids could really care less, at least back when I was growing up. Now I feel like social media so it's insidious. But like they didn't care about having Nikes or not or whatever. It's just whatever shoes their parents bought them and if they liked a certain color t-shirt or whatever. But in the hood, like the poorest part, it's you have to have these shoes. And you have to have like a Rocawear outfit. Unless you're a loser. Like who are you? You have to have a polo outfit. So yeah, maybe that's when you have less, you want to be fancier in your appearance or like the thing that you can control.
Yeah. What's funny is that like when you said that, a funny thing that's always been emblazoned in my mind since I saw this episode, but it was of Family Matters, and it was whenever the older son bought some, I think it was like Jordans, and then he got robbed at like school. Because like, well, I guess they were middle class, but yeah, like, I don't know, the people think that, shoes are this valuable thing to like rob. I don't know, anyway.
Yeah, no, that was the thing for a long time. Like people even getting shot, people.
Yeah.
Okay, so like to bring it back to being super casual, do you think that even in our casualization, it's still like, oh, maybe I don't have money. I can't afford a home, right? I can't. So I will buy all of the colors of the Lululemon, leggings. Okay. Or I will buy all the Fear of God essentials and wear that. And that's like my unofficial uniform kind of. And do you think it also, because we talked about the loneliness thing, it makes you feel like a part of some type of group, some type of invisible tribe of, or you want to be?
No, yeah, you're right. And I think we talked about it, but like at some point there's going to be like this huge reckoning because, we're like late stage capitalism. And so people are finally going to have to like deal with like what makes them happy other than like assimilating or purchasing things to like associate with a group or to buy their happiness. Like who are they actually, their personal style, the being.
I feel like that would be a very, very hard thing for American society.
Yes. A lot of depression.
Yeah. And there's this thing, maybe I'll find it so you can put it in. It was a big sign and an artist, he did this whole series of it. And it was like, I shop, therefore I am.
It's awful.
So people like buy. Because even the things you think about back in the day, like people used to make their wedding dress or like the mom would bake it for their daughter or something like that. And now it's like this whole multi-million-dollar industry. And people do go into debt to buy things and like maintain a lifestyle. And what if that is just taken away?
Yep.
How will you... Because people are naturally tribal.
Yes. Which is funny. Okay, it's a different topic. But the funny how we're like so lonely. and everybody wants to be so wants to seem like they're so like unique, but we're not, obviously, and we're meant to be social.
Yeah, and like live in a community and all of that.
Totally off topic. But, you know, did you see the whole thing about like with the 1950s and 60s, whenever like the boom of like housing, that it was encouraged because, of course, you know, consumerism, they want you to have your own toaster or refrigerator home.
Yes.
Yeah, because it keeps everybody buying.
And okay, like we're talking about this. If you previously you live in a house or you like inherit a house, your parents pass away or something like that, or it's like a family
murdered.
Like Batman's parents in the alley, killed in the alley. You would inherit a house and you would have certain things, and like my grandparents talk about this all the time, how stuff was made better back then. Like they would have the same toaster for years and years, they have the same vacuum for years and years. But now, and it's coming from an older generation, so it makes it hard for me to even argue their point because I've seen it in my lifetime too. It seems like things are made now to not last a long time. Like they want you to go buy another one. And yeah, if you do live alone, you don't live with your family or siblings or whatever, a group, you need your own everything. You got to buy your own TV, your own toaster, your own blender, your own. And then those things break, you got to buy it again. So like, let's say your block of people, there's 50 houses here. Look at how much money I made if I'm like the Dyson man.
Exactly.
Just off the street.
Yeah, because everybody needs one.
Everybody needs one.
I'm going to take a moment not to thank our sponsor, but to shade Primo, because you just reminded me, like, I bought this dispenser because everybody needs one. Obviously because pipes and like dirty and I'm not drinking that water. Anyway, it wasn't made to last, just like clothing. And so, you know, the warranty didn't last very long. And the parts, I spoke to a customer representative, and he said, because of how it is built, it's really not made for you to replace things in it. And so I even explicitly told him, it's like, so these are meant to just be tossed out. And he said, yeah, so after the warranty, it's at the consumer's responsibility to like replace it. So you're telling me I have to go buy a new one because this wasn't made to last. And I was like, well, that totally goes against it. You know what, we're trying to be sustainable and care about the world and like what we toss. And he totally agreed, but shade to Primo.
Yeah. One of your videos when you first got the bike, I think something happened with your tire, and this Norwegian man or something commented on it. He's like, why didn't you just do this, and that? And it was like, I commented under him, he bought an inner tube. He's like, you Americans don't fix anything. Like, you guys just go buy. But that's our culture.
Yeah.
Like.
And I did fix it. He needs to mind his business.
I'm sorry we don't have free health care.
No.
Stuff you have, you got all the time in the world.
Yes. I gotta work hard. I'm got this podcast.
So many things are trying to escape. We want at least to experience the good parts of America. You need money to do that.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were in the Neiman's. We're looking at all the beautiful Schiaparelli. And it's just, how can a person afford a $10,000 dress?
Drug dealers.
Scammers.
Yeah.
If you know any, let us know in the comments. I really want to wear a Schiaparelli outfit.
Yeah.
Help me out. Because unlike the rest of you, well, I do like fit into the casualization because I'm from California. So that's like our whole theme on our coast. Like very unserious, very not dressed. I think our weather lends to that as well.
Totally.
You can be more casual. So if you see me out on the 9 out of 10 basis, I am dressed like a little boy. Like jeans, a t-shirt or sweater from some type of concert I've been to, merch, and yeah, some dirty shoes. And that's that. Yeah. Also, I don't want to look like I have money so people don't ask me for things. So there's a tactic. Yeah. And then like being too attractive, I don't want to get killed or kidnapped. So. Also,
she's taller than you think.
Yes, because we heard this weekend I look so small.
Yes.
On the phone and on YouTube.
Well, yeah, because she's in your phone.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But I'm a giantess. Yeah. And apparently that's very liked fetish-wise on the charts.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. We're doing well.
Oh, yeah. So, like, put some effort into your dressing and care about how you look. Mm-hmm. And
especially when going into public spaces.
Yes.
Because if we are at the legging stage now, which my dad calls long draws, he hates them. If we're at that stage now, what is it going to be for the future? Are we going to go back? Are we just reverting back to like tribal naked loincloth time?
Something we were talking about earlier this weekend was about how like Elvis, how that was a huge draw and his like rebellion was gyrating his hips.
Yes.
So if that was scandalous back then, like how would a person from the 1950s react to like WAP?
Oh my God. Or not even just the music alone and like what you can see readily on your phone would probably take them out. They probably have a heart attack. Yeah. But drop a person, a man and a woman from the 1950s, and they could be young even. Like you could take 2 high school students, drop them in a high school today. How would they react? Like, how would they feel?
Sounds like a good movie.
They'd be so scandalized. Yeah. Like, I can see her butt crack. I can see it. Hilarious. Nobody's wearing a tie. Will they not respect the teachers because they're dressed like the students?
Ew, gross.
I don't know. Also, please let us know in the comments if you subscribe to the idea that certain jobs should dress professionally and others, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I worked at the bank, we were so annoyed because many of us, like, new college students. Why do I have to wear a blazer? This is so stupid. And they're like, you just seem more trusting. It seems more adult. You're dealing with people's money. Like,
yes.
I got more pockets to steal from you.
I don't want to give you my money if you're in over there and with a bedazzled crop top.
And your Lululemon tights.
Yes. With the sling bag.
Or like when I go to the doctor, my doctor did have on some Yeezy like foams.
Don't trust him. New doctor.
Very unserious.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let us know in the comments how you feel about the casualization. Are we being grandmas about it? Is this just the way of the world now? And also, I want you to find an outfit. Like if you're a man or a woman, I guess, what can you wear on a day-to-day basis that is not a graphic t-shirt and jeans? Like give the people some ideas because I hate to not provide solutions.
Yes.
Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.